Is it zoomed in?
Sorry, no, don't use it.
Zoom it right into that.
Okay.
You get that?
Okay, so sine rule. This is one of our key things that we're going to use for problem solving. So the sine rule, we're going back to the same labelling of the triangle that we used when we developed our formula for the area. We got the angle sharing the same letter with the side opposite to it. So the angle's got the capital letter and the opposite side has got the lowercase letter. And what the sine rule is simply that A over sine A is equal to B over sine B, and that in turn is equal to C over sine C. And what that's saying is that for any triangle, the size of the angle is going to be proportional to the size of the side opposite to it. So if we look at angle C, we can see that side C is quite a small side, whereas when we look at angle B, we see that its opposite side, side B, is quite a big side. So all that rule is saying is that for any triangle, those three proportions are going to be equal to each other. You're not going to probably use that equation with two equal signs in it. You're probably just going to cherry pick like one equal sign. So you might use A over sine A is C over sine C, or you might use B over sine B is C over sine C, or you might use A over sine A as B over sine B. You're not going to have to use the whole equation all at once, but we just write it down all at once because it's all true.
Get the zoom right, Jay.
You good, sir?
Good. Okay. Okay, good. We're going to use the sine rule to try and solve to find the unknowns in this triangle and that triangle. And remember that we're matching up the sides with the opposite angles. And so the rule is A over sine A is B over sine B. If we look at this triangle here, we're missing a side, and so we could call this A, and this B, and this B. We're trying to find a B, so we need to rearrange that equation to make it a B equals equation. We have to get rid of the sine B down the bottom. It's a divided by sine B. The way we undo the divide by is we times both sides by sine B. So we're going to go times sine B times sine B, and we're going to end up with A sine B over sine A is equal to B. We can write it out with the numbers substituted in. 15.3. That sounds better because this side here must be smaller than this side here. We've ended up with 15.3, which is bigger than the 10, so we're happy we've got that. For the second one, we're going to start once again by labelling up the angles and the sides opposite them. So A and A, B and B, and so we've got A over sine A is B over sine B, and this time we're trying to find the A. First thing, the easiest way of starting this off is to flip both sides. Get that sine A onto the top. So sine A over A is sine B over B. Next thing, we need to move the little a, the lowercase a, over to here. We're going to do that by multiplying both sides by a. Those two will cancel, and we're going to be left with sine A is equal to A sine B over B. And then finally, the way we get rid of that sign is we do the inverse function. So A is going to be the inverse sine of the whole other side, right? A sine B over B. You have to inverse sine that whole other chunk. And so, writing it out again, A is inverse sine of, I'll try and get it the right way around this time, 20 sine 160. So I got 9.8 degrees. Does that seem right? 9.8.
Yeah.
Seems right. We've got 160. We've only got 20 degrees left to burn, and so if we burn 10 of them over here and another 10 there, it seems like it's probably right. We're happy with that.